Hey, what's up guys, it's Oakley, and I decided to download patch 9 beta and try it out for myself. I took a look at the list of changes and it looked pretty promising, so check the link below for all the details. It's pretty detailed. They go through a lot of different changes to the campaign, the way the siege mechanisms kind of work. They changed unit spacing, some animations, pricing on units, a lot of different things. Check the description below for more details. I'm going to run through the basics. So the first thing you'll probably notice if you're playing multiplayer or even campaign is going to be the variety in unit prices. So the range of prices is going to be huge. You can see obviously here the most high tiered infantry is going to be very expensive, and then the lower ones are going to be just 200. So I think that's going to be good for a variety of armies. Also, they fixed a glitch with the dogs where when you told them to attack, the handlers would also run with the dogs. They also additionally fixed some artillery animation problems. I'm going to go ahead and do some more exploration of this stuff. I wanted to point out that the Royal Thorax Swordsmen here, maybe it's just me, I hadn't seen them before. To my knowledge, they're a new unit, but anyways, you can see these factions have a huge variety in the prices, and that's going to be huge for multiplayer because it means that you can feasibly have a lot more of the basic tiered units, afford those, and then you won't see as many of the spammers of the high tiered ones. Take a look here. Also, they changed a bit of the spacing on some of your units. So for example, the spears have become a little tighter, not as much as they were before. It's still a little bit too wide, and people are reporting that there's still pretty heavy cases of other units infiltrating within the ranks of spears, so that's kind of a problem. They're still not where they need to be, and they did lower the damage. Also here, something I wanted to point out that's very awesome is you no longer have units sort of coupling together and doing these weird rotating 1v1 animations. What you're going to see here is there's still 1v1 animations, but it's handled a little differently, and you'll see additional units on the side engaging in combat, so you can often have 2 versus 1, 3 versus 1, 4 versus 1. Now, it's not an animation where they're all pre-scripted. You'll have 2 main combatants, and the guys on the side will have sort of jabbing or thrusting moves, and then the guy who's being attacked will sometimes react or die. So it's a cool way to do it. I think it was in the game before, but maybe with the way the unit spacing was handled, you didn't really get to see it before, but the end result is very, very cool. Definitely reduces blobbing, makes these battles much more realistic. I'm extremely happy about that, so we have that to look forward to. It still needs a little bit more tweaking though. I wanted to also test the chariots and elephants. Something I heard was that they reduced the mass, so I let the AI use the chariots, and of course the AI is not really very good at using chariots, but you can see here they did definitely get caught on my infantry, and then skirmishers were able to take them out. So some new blood spattering effects on those have also been added to the chariots. Here I go ahead and attack the enemy AI. You can see the AI did actually brace for the impact and then decide to charge my guys here, but I was still able to pull through. So chariots are definitely still powerful. You can wreck armies like this, but you'll notice these units here definitely did get stuck in the mass of units. I didn't really see that as much before, so I think playing with the mass has definitely helped nerf these chariots a bit, but you're still seeing them able to knock out huge clumps of infantry even though they're braced. Then again, I still haven't really tested this against a human player who might do better, but take a look at the results from this. You know, they still steamrolled 321, the 200s, lots of kills on those units, so that's definitely something that needs some tweaking. I went ahead and tested some elephants, not very rigorously, but just to see sort of how they behaved. I found that they actually seemed to run pretty fast. Maybe that's due to the reduced mass. Anyways, as they charge through with the infantry, you see the same thing that happened with the chariots, where they're not penetrating as far. They're getting caught on the infantry a little bit more than they would before. I think I heard CA also change some of the buffs that units have in general fighting large units such as the elephants or chariots, and so you see these elephants actually falling pretty quickly, which I think is good. It means that they can no longer charge right into these big blobs of men and be super effective. You're going to have to use them to attack the flanks or weaken units or from the back, stuff like that, because otherwise you'll be losing them pretty readily. So I think that's cool, and you know, we'll have to wait for the full patch to come out and for it to be in the hands of multiplayer participants to see just how they handle. Anyways, we're going to go back and look at the pikes a bit. So CA has decreased the damage of the pikes to reduce their spacing a little bit, and I heard that they changed the animations in the front, meaning that they'll mostly be fighting what's in front of them, and they won't go to the sides. So it's supposed to increase cohesion, but you're still having issues like this where you have once someone dies, the whole unit has to reform, and you have pikemen moving around. It kind of causes some issues, and as I noted before, you have some problems with units infiltrating the lines of pikes a little too easily. I wanted to point out also the Roman troops here, just to show how the prices have been changed. Praetorian cav are definitely way more expensive, equites are more viable, so I think this is going to be good for promoting a mix of units. I also spotted a small glitch right here. The Legatus has actually, his name is 100, so that's definitely not something that's supposed to be there. I think it's just a small glitch, so I'll try and report that, or hopefully you guys can help me report some of the glitches you find. Anyways, I was going to test the Oathsworn against some Praetorian units with formation attack on and off. So again, this is against the AI, so maybe the AI didn't get the best charge against me, but we'll see the results and how they vary. So formation attack on, you'll see that the unit spacing is definitely much larger. There's not much blobbing, and the units in the front are going to have these animations, either the 1v1s, and then also you'll have a lot more supporting action because you don't have to be in an animation anymore to do damage. You have a lot more of the jabbing. It's more realistic, and I also heard there's buffs added. The formation attack off was equally as effective, I found. And we're going to go ahead and see the results here. I think it's a little troubling that the Praetorians were able to just decimate the Oathsworn. I think there needs to be some rebalancing with these stats, or the pricing at least, because the Barbarians are definitely hurting. But anyway, that's kind of my general take on it. I hope you guys check out the link below to the full patch notes, and I hope you guys can download the beta, give CA some feedback, because I think they're on the right track. There's definitely some very good improvements, especially I love the 2 and 3 versus 1 possibilities in animations that we're seeing, or just that kind of combat. The reduction of blobbing, some of the changes to the siege AI is good, but there's still small problems here and there. So I hope you guys can help point those out to CA, and yeah, we can make the most of it. Anyways, I'm very, very happy with this patch. It means that we're going to be seeing a lot better Rome 2 games, and especially the pricing. I know it has to be tweaked to make it fair, but I think that's in the right direction. So anyways, I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much.